Hi, it's me, Vicki Marie. So, first of all, as always, thank you so much for all of you that subscribe to my channel, watch my videos, press like on my videos, even those of you who maybe press not like on my videos, any of you that interact in my channel in any way, thank you so much. And a special thanks, as always, to my members. All of you that have joined my channel, I look forward to seeing you on Thursday in the next Members Live. I also want to thank those of you who've sent me a super, bought me a Ko-fi, PayPal'd me. If in any way, shape or form you've supported my channel, thank you so much. It means everything to me. Now, what I wanted to do today, I wanted to do a little bit of an update. About a month ago, I think it was, I did a video about two models, and people are a bit sniffy about the models. They said, no, that maybe they weren't models, maybe they were only fans models, or maybe they were this, or maybe they were that. I don't care what they were, really. They were women who were found dead in their apartments in Los Angeles. Now, of course, this at the time I did this, so I did a video exploring a possible connection, though I think it's been ruled out, but I don't know because we still don't know all the information. Because these girls, we'll have a look at their photos in a moment, there were so many similarities between them and Rachel Morin, even though, as you know, Rachel Morin was found murdered right over the other end of the country. But her killer has a connection to Los Angeles because the DNA was linked to a home invasion in Los Angeles. So there is a link there between the killer, and you'll see, let's have a look at these girls, because you'll see that although they're of a different ethnicity to Rachel, they are similar in a way because they're so glamorous. You know, Rachel Morin, that I've done quite a few videos on now, you can see, I know it's quite a typical look, isn't it, for girls these days are on Instagram. They put out all these, this is I don't know if it's Nicola or Nichole. I think it's Nicola, or Nichole Coates here. Maleesa Mooney is the other girl. Let me see some more pictures of Nichole. Yeah, so this is Nichole and this is Maleesa. So they're similar in the set. I mean, these two are similar. Obviously, these two are the same ethnicity as well. Rachel's a different ethnicity, but I think the similarity is they're very beautiful. You know, there's that similarity. They're very active on Instagram and social media. Was there a connection there? Anyway, so it's been a little while since these poor girls were found, unfortunately, no longer in this world, in their apartments in downtown Los Angeles. But I believe, I mean, well, tell me what you think. So these are the latest theories about these girls. Now, Nichole, I remember seeing her sister being interviewed, and her sister saying that one of Nichole's legs was upwards in a kicking position. Anyway, this is what her mum said. This is senseless, and I want some answers because my daughter is gone. It's not fair. I want everybody to find out who did this to her. So her mum was convinced that this was foul play because of the position that Nichole was found in on the bed, as if she had her leg kicking upwards. So this is what she said. But then 2 days later, fellow model and the other girl, Maleesa, she was found dead in her downtown Los Angeles apartment. She was 31 years old, and her cause of death has been revealed as homicidal violence. That is it, like not a homicide, but not a specific cause of death. And I'm going to talk about that shortly. Oh, we can see it here. Now, they said that the police said there is no, LAPD said there is no evidence that their deaths are related to each other, even though there's such similarities. So they're now saying the latest news that I've just found today is that, as far as Nichole's concerned, the authorities, though at the time they classed her death as suspicious and said they were investigating all avenues, now the Los Angeles County County Medical Examiner has ruled her cause of death as cocaine and ethanol toxicity. So, in other words, drugs and alcohol. And no other causes were listed, and her death has been ruled an accident. However, it is still listed as open, so I suppose that's a good thing. So, using cocaine and alcohol together can be dangerous, according to the American Addiction Centers, with the combination causing cardiotoxic effects and increasing an individual's risk of a potentially fatal overdose. Her body was discovered last month by her father and aunt, who came to check on her after they didn't hear from her for a few days. I couldn't recognise her, her Aunt Mary Stevens shared at the time. I believe it was murder. I really do. One of her legs was up in the air in a kicking position. That's not just somebody who laid in their bed and died. And Coates's mother, Sharon Coates, further noted that her daughter's bed was bloodied, and she spoke out on her grief as well. This is senseless, and I want some answers because my daughter is gone. And it's not fair. I want everybody to find out who this is. She shouldn't be gone. Oh. So that's the story so far about Nichole. Accidental death, even though she was lay on a bloodied bed with her foot up in the air in a kick position. Okay, so that's the current story with Nichole. So what we're going to look at now is what they're saying about Maleesa. Now, Maleesa Mooney is the sister of a very famous pop star in Guyana, Jordan Pauline, and she was found dead on September the 12th, 2 days after the body of Nichole Coates was discovered a mile away. I mean, it does seem like an awful coincidence, doesn't it? They're very similar, aren't they? In the way they look, they were similar. They lived where they lived. You know, so I don't know. But so Nichole's death has been declared an accident, and we're going to look now at what's happened in the case of Maleesa. So the death of two models whose bodies were found in their respective downtown apartments within days are unrelated, and only one is being investigated as a homicide, and that will be Maleesa's. So she was found dead on September the 12th, shortly after 4 p.m, by officers responding for a call for a welfare check. And she also worked as a realtor, an estate agent, basically. Now, another odd thing is the family said that Maleesa was pregnant, but the forensic report or the post-mortem said she wasn't pregnant. So I don't know. You know, honestly, when you get these mysterious cases, you just think, just looking for her age. So the other girl was 32. I'm not sure how old Maleesa was. I can't see where it says it. No immediate threat to the public, according to the police. Anyway, here's Maleesa, very beautiful again. This is the post that Jordan Pauline put out, her sister. So what's the story about Maleesa so far? Now, Maleesa's death is being treated as a homicide. They said what was it? Homicidal something. They put it in a strange way. It was a result of a homicide, but they haven't released homicidal violence. That's it. That's how they've said that she was killed, through homicidal violence. But listen to this. So I found this on News Nation. They had this little catch up on the 3rd of November about it. And they said that there is no clear, from the autopsy, there is no clear cause of death, which is unusual. Right, sorry, I'm going to show you this now. I'm going to share it with you. So this is on News Nation.
In her Los Angeles apartment. A newly released autopsy report lists Maleesa Mooney's cause of death as homicidal violence, but does not include the specific injury that killed her. Correspondent Nancy Liu is live in downtown LA with more. Nancy, the autopsy contains some truly gruesome details about her death.
Now, I just want to say to you, she was found stuffed in the refrigerator. So I suppose obviously it's homicide, because she's not going to stuff herself in the refrigerator. But they haven't. The only reason that I'm sort of thinking about this in connection with Rachel Morin as well is the violence, because Rachel Morin's death, although they haven't given details yet, it was they said it was very, very violent. So, I mean, I don't know that there is any connection. It's just something that's kicking around in my head every time I see, I think I've said in the previous videos about this, to me, it's preferable in a way. These poor girls, they've all lost their life, 3 women. It's preferable to me to think there's only one person rather than 3 different people that have done this to these women. Do you know what I mean? So it's just interesting if there is a connection or not. The thought of there being 3 incidents is so sort of similar, or so, with similarities. 3 different twonks that have done it rather than just one twonk just seems worse.
You're right, Nichole. In particular, that her body was inside a refrigerator. And the murder of Maleesa Mooney inside her apartment at this luxury apartment building triggered all kinds of fear and anxiety around here. The disturbing new details about her death, a chilling reminder that her killer is still out there. Confirmation of a highly unusual death by homicidal violence in the autopsy report aligns with the brutal details about the condition of Maleesa's body when I spoke with her sister. According to the newly released autopsy, they found Miss Mooney's body wedged inside the refrigerator with pooled blood beneath it. Her wrists were bound together, her ankles were bound together, and these bindings were tied to each other behind her back with miscellaneous electric cords and clothing items. I spoke with Maleesa.
It is horrendous, isn't it? This poor woman, what she went through, whoever it ends up being, whether it's someone known to her or whether it's, if she met someone on social media or whatever, who knows what the details are. But whatever the details, or the person this is horrible. It's just, well, they're all horrible. The 3 deaths are horrible.
A sister last month while she was making funeral arrangements.
We have to have a closed casket. We can't even see her. The people at the mortuary don't even want us to see her because he said it's traumatic. The guy at the mortuary started crying for us.
So this is her sister. She's a pop star, quite famous pop star in is it Guyana or Guatemala? I don't know. Sorry, I'm not very good with geography.
Because of that, how traumatic it is. And it's like, why would someone do this? Like, why would someone do this to her,
And Jordan Pauline also told me that her sister was 2 months pregnant at the time of her murder. However, The autopsy indicated that the model was not pregnant and she had cocaine and alcohol in her system.
So that's similar to the other model who apparently had cocaine and alcohol in the system. I suppose that's not unusual, is it? For young people, you know, if they're out partying, cocaine and alcohol are common things they might have in their system. But that's funny, isn't it, that the sister said that she was 2 months pregnant, but in the autopsy report, they said she was not pregnant. So why would she tell her sister that?
Police are not saying whether they've identified a person of interest in the case. According to the autopsy report, Maleesa was last seen alive on September 6th, and the day after, surveillance showed an unknown man using her key fob in a building elevator. Now, Maleesa's body was...
Oh, I'd love to see that surveillance video, see if it looks like the other guy, for the Rachel Morin guy.
discovered in that refrigerator the week after September 12th, and that's when her family had asked police to conduct a well-being check. Nichole?
All right, Nancy Liu reporting live in LA. Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com.
Now, I'm sure if there is a connection between the case of Maleesa in particular, who they have said is a homicide, and the other one they're saying it's an accidental death, but it's still open anyway. If there is a connection between any of these and Rachel's murder, of course they have DNA, so I'm sure they would know that, because it'd be difficult to kill someone the way that Maleesa was killed and stick her in the fridge, etc., without leaving your DNA, surely. So again, we don't know exactly what the police know until it all comes out. We don't, you know, they'll be just giving limited information as they do. So let's just have a little go back to Rachel's case, because the current news, if you like, if it's not, well, sort of news, but I did a little video the other day about it, that it's widely believed that the killer has been identified, but I don't think he's been apprehended. So the police are keeping this all very close to their chest until they actually catch him, wherever he is, whether he's gone over the border or whether he's hiding. You know, America's a big place. He could be hiding anywhere, really. So, you know, we don't know. But I just want to show you, because JLR, as you know, one of my favorite YouTubers, he did a little sort of video yesterday, just catching up. Actually, after I had already done my video about saying that I heard that, where is it? I'd already done my video saying that arrest was coming soon, or it felt like something, you know, from other social media accounts that I follow, and you know, probably from the same place as he got his. But I just want to hang on. I just want to share it with you, because one thing that did come out in his little
Remember
video
August
that I
5th,
didn't
she was
know
reported missing in the evening time.
is
Next day, her body was...
some new photos of the guy. So we've seen the photos of the guy coming out of the house of the home invasion, but it's all very mysterious, isn't it? We don't know the full details of this home invasion. We've seen photos of the outside of the house. And there were some new pictures that he showed that I hadn't seen before. Let's see. This guy.
Be done with. Yeah. And I don't think that we understand that it is a process, and it's them, the sheriff and his detectives, trying to put a puzzle back together and not having all the pieces, and trying to figure out where the pieces fit.
And protect a prosecution, because there's a whole other side of this.
Some people say, yeah, I mean, what I've been doing with the Rachel
didn't
Morin
watch it as
case
far
is
as
looking
that
at
video.
unsolved crimes, particularly crimes that are on trails, hiking trails.
So he's
At first, I,
mentioned
paid
Maleesa
attention
there
to
as
one up
well. I
there
didn't
and
see that
her
bit.
for a week. They always say this guy might do it again. What do you think?
Yeah, I do
Within the
think
next,
there's a possibility. Now, what I'm looking for is
If he was a half a block away, I would still know it was him. I know my child. And I believe that if the mother to me, because
The DNA matches. And
he showed
helping
a new
us to continue.
photo of the guy.
it's just very painful. Few weeks. 11 news.
Sort of stretching himself outside the house. We've seen this.
But this happened around August 5th, August.
Yeah, he's got Maleesa up there. Oh, I can't find the new photo.
Maybe they'll know if DNA.
I mean, all it is the guy stretching
comes
outside.
out.
It doesn't show his face. It's the back of it.
At the sky at Bunker Hill, September 6th
looks
last
like there's
year.
a tattoo there. Because I was surprised this guy didn't have any tattoos.
I'm trying to figure out where the pieces fit.
And protect a prosecution, because there's a whole other side of this. If they catch him, and we hope they will, then they have to prosecute him, and that trial has to hold. They got to put him away. They got to be successful in that.
Yeah.
Ah, there it is. Yeah, look, this is
Who
quite
is
new.
this
I
guy?
hadn't seen this before.
And do authorities know who he is? And what it was Chris McDonough saying that they fear going out.
Okay, let's watch.
This was the worst luck in the world right here on this guy's image, where we could not get this dude's face. The worst luck. Who is this guy? And do authorities?
He's very strong, isn't he? It's terrifying, really, because, he's very broad, muscly. You wouldn't stand a chance, really, would you? A woman, and I believe Rachel was quite small. Anyway, but see, these are people here. These people saw his face. Whoever these people are, they can see his face clearly. And he's just stretching himself.
Authorities know who he is. And what it was Chris McDonough saying that they fear, or he fears, maybe even the family fears, he's going to go to Mexico. Is he Mexican? Is he from another country? Is he in the United States legally or not? Ashley Banfield actually talked to the mother just a few days ago.
So this is a $100,000 question or $30,000 question. Is he Mexican? That's the reward, by the way, $30,000. Is he Mexican? Is he from a different country? Or was he born in America? Just because he's Hispanic doesn't mean he comes from one of those countries. America is full of, everyone in America is an immigrant in a way. Even if they were born in the United States, they might have a descent of being immigration descent, if you like. So, yeah, but it's very quiet. I always think that when it's very quiet like this, like as far as like the sheriff, my sheriff, Jeff, he hasn't been on for ages talking. Nobody's really, apart from the social media people, nobody's been really updating on this case. And that's normally, isn't it? Because things are going on behind the scenes. Hopefully that's a good sign, that there are things happening. From at the end of the day, they've got his DNA. So whether they can catch him or not is one thing, but they should be able to identify him one way or another with, all this familial DNA, etc. And as I say, looking at that video there, that I don't know, I honestly don't know where JLR has got that video from, because I hadn't seen that. The guy stretching himself. God, I can't find it again. That there. I've not seen that, so I don't know where he's got that from, because you know I do a lot of.
And what it was Chris McDonough saying that they fear, or he fears, maybe even the family fears. He's going to go.
Look at that again. It's to me what's
this was
also
the worst luck in the world right here on this guy's image, where we could not get this dude's face.
Yeah, no, that's it. He's saying this is the worst look in the world, but somebody here is looking at him straight in the face, isn't he? Or she? I can't really tell if it's a man or a woman, but somebody is looking at. So maybe they even know them. You know, so I think there's something weird about this case, because maybe they're scared of the police, or maybe, you know, they're from that sort of background where you don't grasp people up and stuff. But with the size of the reward of $30,000, and the fact also, you know, this was this is not like, you know, hiding someone for a credit card fraud or a robbery or whatever. This is a brutal murder. And that's different. I think it's very strange. Even the mother, I think it's very strange if it is, because Rebecca's mother seems to feel like this person's mother is hiding him.
The worst luck.
Yeah.
Who is this guy?
Is he even talking?
And do authorities know who he is? And what it was Chris McDonough saying that they fear, or he.
So yeah, you know, it seems likely that it has been identified. Just a question of time, isn't it? I look every day, all day. I'm checking all the time for news. That's why I'm surprised I missed that extra bit of video, and I can't find it either now. So I don't know where that came from. Now, something that I've been doing connected with this case is, I think I told you that the day after Halloween, let me see, Rachel's mother, Patty, started a prayer initiative. And I'm going to share. I think I've shared it with you before, but I'm going to show you again. I've been participating in it because although I'm not a religious person, and I don't believe in religion, because religion causes wars, but I do believe in God, and I do believe in the power of prayer, because it's energy. Whatever you think, whether you believe it or not, your energy, when people pray, it's like an energy. Call it a vibe. We all know that exists. You know that you go out to a party, or it's either got a good vibe or a bad vibe. That's what energy is. And it's people that create that energy. It's the synergy of all the people together interacting, and sometimes it's positive and sometimes it's negative. And I believe that prayer can do that. So I have been joining in with this. I've been, I'm going to hide my comments, I feel silly, but I do believe it. I believe in the power of prayer. And, you know, Patty's obviously a religious person. You know, there's a lot of quotes from the scriptures, etc. That's perhaps not so much me but I do believe in prayer. And the other thing is that it can't hurt, can it? Prayers cannot hurt. You know, even whether you believe they help or they don't help, they can't hurt. In fact, I will show you the comment, and this is absolutely true. I made this comment just this morning when I got up, because I do believe in God and prayer. And it's true that many years ago, I worked with a lady in Lewis's in Manchester. For those of you that have read my confession or listened to my confessions of a Spanish teacher, and this lady was called Kathy, and she was very religious, Catholic, believed, you know, 100%. And she would say little prayers. She would say little prayers for me. When I think about it, it's so sweet now. And I sort of poo-pooed it a little bit, like you do. I was only about 18, so you know, I think you know it all, don't you? And she taught me this prayer, this Hail Mary prayer, and she said this prayer never fails. She said, if you need help with something, if you pray to Hail Mary, full of grace, the Lord is with thee. Blessed art thou amongst women, and blessed is the fruit of thy womb. Jesus, Holy Mary, Mother of God, pray for us sinners now and at the hour of our death. And then I just added, please let this person be caught so they can never hurt anyone again, and bring peace and blessings to Rachel's family. Amen. Now, I believe that, you know, so when Kathy taught me that prayer, and it's funny, I remember it. I remember the words even now, even though I keep saying I'm not a religious person, and then I keep sort of making prayers and stuff. And, you know, let's hope it doesn't bring Rachel back, of course. That's the thing, it won't bring Rachel back, but this man has got to be caught. And, you know, he may have something to do with Maleesa as well. You know, we just don't know. So we just need to catch him. He just needs to be caught off the streets. That will give them some peace, at least, knowing it doesn't bring their daughter back. It doesn't bring her daughter back, Patty's daughter back, but give us some peace knowing that this man cannot do it again. And we don't know if it was him that has done it to Maleesa. I mean, maybe not. Maybe it's totally unconnected. But, you know, also we need to pray for Maleesa's family, that whoever has done that to their daughter, that he is caught as well. So, and then as far as Nichole's concerned, I just don't know what to say about that. I mean, they're saying it was an accidental death. But her mother and sister, I think it was this upward kicking motion that they found her on the bed. There was blood on the bed and her foot was upwards in a kicking motion. And I suppose they would say, well, why was the blood on the bed if it was an overdose? And why was her foot upwards in a kicking motion? So a lot to unpick there, and a lot of things to be explained about these three, at the end of the day, these three women have died in awful circumstances. And let's just hope some answers for the family and some peace. You know, you can't bring these people back, but you can achieve peace. The peace, the thought, if known, it's bad enough that, so this is August when Rachel was murdered, August the 6th or 7th. We're now on the 6th of November. So that's a long time that this mother has had to know that her daughter's murderer is free somewhere. You just won't be able to sleep at night, would you? Be tormented. Okay, so that's what I wanted to tell you about today. And as soon as there's any news whatsoever about Rachel or about any of these three girls, Rachel, Maleesa or Nichole, I will let you know. So remember to live and love very carefully, very wisely. Thank you so much for all the ways you support my channel. And I will see you very soon in the next video. And until then, may your God go with you. Bye.